At long last, the BBC have officially made comment on the future of Doctor Who and the Disney Plus partnership. There's still many questions to be asked, still many things that we want to know the answers to, but we have official word from the commissioners of the BBC. So, for those of you not in the know, we talked about it in a recent video, but I got to see Russell T Davies live in a podcast, which was quite fun. He mentions in this podcast that he isn't in all of the meetings surrounding Doctor Who. Sure, he is the producer in part, but he is mainly the creative drive, the creative vision for this show. In these meetings discussing the future of Doctor Who, whether that be on Disney Plus, whether that be purely BBC funded, or whether that be partnering up with another streaming service, are all of the big BBC commissioners. And those are the people who've officially made these comments today. We'll look at those, break down and read them as well, because that's not our only news. The War Between the Land and the Sea, the Doctor Who spin-off, which we have a trailer for. It came after season 2. Like, they did this whole coming soon. Russell has mentioned so many times, so many places. Doctor Who magazines mentioned it. Some of the actors from the show have mentioned it. They've said, this spin-off, sure, we shot it in 2024. It's all done. It's in the can. And it will release this year, in 2025. But that's no longer the case. Something's happened to this spin-off, and it's no longer releasing this year, so we're gonna have a look at and break that down as well. Let's do this chronologically, okay? Where did this all begin? Well, earlier today, over on the TV Zone UK Twitter page, they tweeted out this. The BBC session is underway at the Edinburgh TV Festival. Stay tuned, Doctor Who fans, for possible comment from the commissioners. As I said, bear in mind, this isn't just speculation. These are official statements from the highest of the higher-ups at the BBC. There's a really useful article here from Cultbox which breaks down their comments on the spin-off, so we'll go through that first, and then later in the video we'll come to the fate of the show. The Doctor Who spin-off, The War Between the Land and the Sea, is now set to transmit in 2026. At the Edinburgh TV Festival, BBC Director of Content, Kate Phillips, revealed that the Doctor Who spin-off War Between the Land and the Sea will transmit in 2026. Now, the year 2026, as I've said, does diverge from previous information shared by the official Doctor Who magazine and the BBC themselves. And also, they've got an example here of Colin. He has played a role in Doctor Who before. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Give me a second. Under the Lake, Before the Flood. He was one of the ghosts in that, but he is playing a big role in this spin-off, and last year he posted officially on Instagram, that's a wrap, blah blah blah, look forward to you seeing all of our labour in 2025. So this has been pushed back, but this brings up the question, why? Why have they pushed the spin-off back? That's got to be a very recent change. Russell was saying as late as May that the spin-off is coming this year. Sooner than expected, were his words. We also have a trailer which says coming soon, but as this article points out, half a year will have passed between the 31st of May 2025 release date for The War Between the Land and the Sea and the start of 2026, yet the YouTube description for the trailer says coming soon. Now, a lot of people are probably going, is it the quality? Are they having to do reshoots? Is there a problem with this spin-off that means they have to delay it? Well, I don't think so, and we've got some pretty damn good evidence to the contrary. Yes, you could argue, oh, well, maybe they're having to do reshoots because that's what happened with Doctor Who Season 2, but I think we all know that a certain actor leaving early led to those reshoots of the reality war. It wasn't a quality control thing that led to reshoots. And as I say, I was at that podcast live with Russell T Davies in which he said, I'm immensely proud of it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's like, we had a good idea. Sometimes you finish a show and they're great, good. We did a really good job. Sometimes they go through post-production where everything comes in, you work on the effects, on the music, on the grading of it, and sometimes magic happens. And it's happening with this. It's even better than we thought it was. I'm delighted with it. So there you go. Anyone worried about, oh no, are they delaying it because there's problems behind the scenes? Not from that aspect. I think it's very clear to me the reason they're delaying it is because Doctor Who is safe. Doctor Who will in fact continue. Doctor Who's not going off the BBC, Doctor Who's not going anywhere. We need to stop panicking about the cancellation. It's in safe hands, and what they've decided to do, because they know there's going to be a production break, a gap, a delay, whether that's to get Billie Piper back for more. Because if they are carrying on, they've kind of got to pick up from that bonkers cliffhanger of Billie Piper's Doctor or Rose coming back, whatever's going on there, they've got to pick up from that point. And arranging all of those filming schedules, getting the scripts written by Russell's probably going to take some time. So Russell promised yearly Doctor Who. I reckon he's trying to stick to that promise by shifting the War Between the Land and the Sea to be the 2026 burst of Doctor Who we get. So rather than it being like a year-long hiatus, they're gonna put the War Between the Land and the Sea in place of where a normal season of Doctor Who would go. So I'm estimating around springtime, like early months of the year, is when they're going to put the spin-off out. And it's not because there's anything wrong with the spin-off, it's just because they're trying to bridge that gap, because Doctor Who is safe. But why are we so sure Doctor Who's coming back? It was only the other week that Russell said conversations between the BBC and Disney. I don't work for either of them. I work for Bad Wolf. I'm not part of those rooms. I literally don't know. And even people I work with every day say, oh, we couldn't really know what's going on. And I'm going, I don't know. I really don't know. Well, as you'll have seen in many headlines, it's official. Doctor Who confirmed to continue on BBC with or without Disney. Now, this has been a big point of contention. People have been going for so long like, oh, but without Disney, Doctor Who can't function. Russell did say back in November of, I think, last year, he was like, oh, we'd just go back to making ghost stories and cheaper stories. Doctor Who could and will survive. There's been a lot of murmurs about a cancellation, but Kate Phillips, Chief Content Officer at the BBC, has spoken candidly on Doctor Who's future, saying the series will remain on the BBC with or without Disney. That's her official quote there. The future of the sci-fi show. They haven't put show, but they've just put the sci-fi. I suppose that's technically grammatically correct. The future of the sci-fi has remained uncertain since Ncuti Gatwa's exit at the end of season 15, which saw him regenerate into Billie Piper in a surprise twist. But with a decision from Disney yet to come about whether it will continue to work on the show, Phillips was asked about the series' future at the Edinburgh TV Festival. She said, "Any Whovians out there, rest assured, Doctor Who is going nowhere." So it's not just a vague wishy-washy statement, she has declared Doctor Who is going nowhere. She went on to say that Disney has been a great partnership and it continues with The War Between the Land and the Sea next year. But going forward, with or without Disney, Doctor Who will still be on the BBC. That also confirms that all of those rumours about the possible selling of rights to Doctor Who is waffle. It's not happening, it's staying on the BBC, and it's not getting cancelled, at least not for now. She even goes on to say the TARDIS is going nowhere. Like, I don't think she could make this any clearer if she tried. I said it in my last video as well, but the fact that they've commissioned like a Doctor Who YouTube show with the two presenters, like, it's kind of like a reboot of the Doctor Who fan show from back in the day, but the fact that they've commissioned that, the fact that they're pumping money into this stuff, they are coming back at some point. I think it's, the Disney deal hasn't quite worked as well as they'd initially hoped, but it's not the end of the world. Doctor Who's in safe hands for now. I think, if this is the case, Russell's going to be carrying on Doctor Who when it comes back. It's not going to be a complete fresh start. It's not going to be on a different streamer. I think the two paths now, which have changed, but the two paths are either Disney or not Disney, and just BBC. And either way, since it'll be written by Russell T Davies, you can guarantee they're going to pick up directly where they left off with the Billie Piper Doctor plotline. We do know that nobody really knows. I think Russell probably has a couple of ideas, but as for whether she is the Doctor, that still remains a mystery. Let me know your thoughts and theories on Billie Piper being the Doctor in the comments section down below, and let me know what you think of this news, because it's pretty exciting. Like, this should, at least for the moment, confirm Doctor Who's not going anywhere. Because these aren't wishy-washy statements, these are declarations of the show's safe, it's coming back. As I say though, let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Who do you hope the next Doctor is? Do you hope it's Billie Piper? Do you hope it's someone else? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you did enjoy, As ever, if you want to, please feel free to subscribe to the Patreon, etc. It's all up to you. Channel memberships are also there. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Don't forget to click below and subscribe to the official Confused Adipose YouTube channel.
I will destroy you!
She's not seen a single episode.
No, I've watched your episodes.
Keep these sonic screwdrivers.
What else am I saying about the film? Don't watch this one.